Alright, so I watched a segment of a stream with this Destiny guy. In it, he was talking about society lifting up minorities at a cost of the dominant group. Here, take a listen.
I'll say very carefully because the manosphere is a very broad sphere and will incorporate everything from people thinking that like women are actual demons that are meant to be like used and abused and manipulated to further yourself in life, all the way to this other end where it's like, women act a certain way, men act a certain way. It's good to be aware of this so that you can make yourself and the people around you happier, more successful. So let me caveat by that. Broadly speaking, I think that progressives over the past like 10 or 20 years have done an absolutely amazing job at reaching out to minority groups and disaffected groups and making them feel like they have a voice. We have awesome representation in media, even if some of it's a little cringe sometimes. We're debating things like trans sports when 15 or 20 years ago, the only trans person you'd ever see on TV was on Jerry Springer or Maury. We have different races of people in different areas. The visibility is awesome. They've done a really good job at that. They've done an equally horrible job at kind of shitting on the prior dominant group, which is usually like white straight men. And I think they've left them feeling like very disaffected. It's kind of sad. It seems to be part of like human nature that to advance one group, it seems like we almost like have to shit on another group. That's like a required part of the human experience. But yeah, I think you've got kind of this group of like kind of these white dudes that are kind of like hanging out, and they have all this white privilege, but they're lonely. Some of them don't have very much money. They're not doing too well in school, and no part of society seems interested in talking to them anymore. And I think that kind of opened up this opportunity for, initially it was like the Ben Shapiros or like the Jordan Petersons especially, or the Joe Rogans to kind of talk to these people.
Normally I don't agree with lefties, but this Destiny guy's spot on, where he talks about how society is elevating the minorities and such, but at a cost of the prior dominant group, i.e. white people, white men. He talks about how that's part of the human experience. Yeah, it is. We saw that before with the white Europeans. The Indians used to be the dominant group, and now they're a minority in their own land. So you would think we would learn from past experiences. How does the saying go? If you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it. If you dwell on the past, you have no future. If you learn from the past, you can predict the future. But instead, we prefer to just repeat it. But as for the white male privilege, I'm still waiting for that. Anyway, that's it for my little ramble. Take care.